Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Today we're going to do a quick review on this new e-bike I got from Aovowheel. I'm not sure the correct pronunciation. Aovowheel. Just got it in this past week. I've only had it out for a small test ride around the neighborhood and went for about a 15-mile ride today. So I'm going to give you quick thoughts and first impressions basically on the bike, and we'll go over it, features and you know, what I think about it and compared to other bikes I've had. I think you might have seen watched my previous videos on the JCN bikes I bought. Actually getting rid of those. My wife no longer wants to ride hers, so I figured I'd just get something that we could boast it on, and this came with a rear seat accessory, so works out perfect for both of us. So let's take a look at this thing and tell you what I think. Okay, so here it is. It's again, never heard of this company before. I couldn't find any reviews online for this bike whatsoever, so I don't know anything about it other than the few reviews on Amazon. I think it had you know, 4.3 stars or 4.6 stars, one of the two. You can check it out. I'm sure that might change by the time this video posts. It's 48 volt with a 15.6 amp hour battery. It's a 750 watt rear hub motor with a 1,000 watt peak. The overall weight rating, I believe it's 330 pounds for the bike for capacity. It did not come with the side mirrors or the water bottle holder. I added that. It did come with some other accessories. It actually came with a very inexpensive all plastic air pump. Came with a phone holder. Really kind of flimsy. I wouldn't trust my phone. My phone's kind of big and heavy, so you know, you take a look at that if you get it, and see if it works for your phone or not. It also did come with a cable lock and the mount for it, which is, you know, not a super high quality lock, but it's definitely better than nothing if you got to make a quick stop or something like that. That's not the lock I would, what I call a kind of high security lock. That's just a lock that's going to make them think about it for about 2 or 3 seconds. Okay, here's a quick overview of the controls for the bike. So on power, the display lights up, which is kind of nice. This is your pedal assist up or down. Nice color display. Pretty bright, very visible during the day. We got a headlight switch here, and it's still daylight, but you can see that headlight actually lights up really nice at night. That's nice. Headlight off. You got the horn, and you actually got turn signal along with really nice brake light. So, and on the other side, you have the Shimano 7-speed setup, the paddle throttle, no twist, just the paddle. You have the trip meter. I got it set for miles per hour. If you press the mode button, you go to odometer, total miles. There's your volts, time, and then your trip. So pretty simple functionality on the controls. And if you download the app, you can actually see all those on the app as well. And also on the app, you can set the speeds for the various pedal assist modes. So you could alter it, you know, whatever it's defaulting to. Like I think 1 is 8 miles an hour. You could take that up or down up through all 5 pedal assist modes with a maximum of 31 miles per hour. So anyway, very intuitive control, and the app is pretty decent too. One other thing to mention, there's actually a USB-C charging port on the side of the controller. Okay, features wise, obviously it's full suspension. There is 0 adjustment on the front shocks. So a lot of them will come with adjustments for stiffness, and then like usually a lock to lock the shocks out completely. Nothing like that on this. Dual rear suspension shock absorbers. Again, no adjustments. This doesn't seem to do anything. That's just twists. So they are what they are. But honestly, you know, I rode it today with me and my wife on the back, and we were capped out about 310 pounds roughly. And it rode really nice. It rode really nice. It's got the rear pegs already mounted. This is aluminum. It's a nice wide peg. It's not grippy, but it is only aluminum. I don't know if I would trust. Yeah, I told my wife, please don't stand on it. Just get on and rest your feet on there. The pedals are a resin pedal. I'm sure, I mean, there's obviously, it's got to be a steel shaft in the middle there, but it's resin on the outside. I'll probably change that. I'll probably put some folding pedals on there, to be honest with you. Assembly wise, when you get it, you got to put on the handlebars, the front wheel, the front fender, and the light, and the rear seat does not come installed. So assembly wise was going real smooth and easy until we got to the rear seat. The holes through this tubing are not parallel. They were actually bored through at an angle. So you can see under there, it's got to go straight through to make it to the welded on nut on this side, and it was missing by at least 1/4 of an inch. So I had to open up the holes on the inside, oblong those holes, to be able to get this thing mounted. Huge disappointment on that. That's a big time quality control issue. So ride wise, feels real good. I did have one time when it seemed like the pedal assist just stopped, and then I switched modes. I think I was in 3. I bumped to 4, and it came back on. Bumped back down to 3, and everything was fine. The pedal indicator is kind of cheesy here. So this is the sensor for when you're pedaling to engage the motor. So that is really plasticky, and I know that could snap off. So if I was to say cons on the bike, that's a potential con. The plastic pedals is a definite con. For some people, the adjustable suspension front and rear would be a con. For me, the way, like I said, it rides nice now, so I'm not really gonna harp on that one. I like the high-rise handlebars. Those are actually really comfortable. It has dual disc brakes. They are not hydraulic. They're manual cable disc. The brakes, I adjusted them somewhat. They're a little bit soft, but after I just did adjustments up here, pulled it out a little bit to get a little more braking power, and that seemed to work just fine. I haven't had to try to adjust any cables or anything like that. I see the bike came mostly assembled, fully set up, just about ready to go. Had it not been for those bolts, had it not been for these bolts, I probably would have had the whole thing together in about 15 minutes. The seat's firm but comfortable. It was a pretty comfortable 15-mile ride. We stopped just once, set up at the halfway point, turned around, and that was it. But overall, guys, I think it's a pretty good buy so far. So we'll see. Only time and miles will tell. But at this point, I'm happy. So, well, that's about it. There's not much more I can say about this bike right now. One thing, deciding factor in why I went with this unknown brand to me was the setup for the passenger seat being right up at the same level as mine. Some bikes you'll see they're sitting, they'll put a seat pad on top of the luggage rack in the back, gets them way down lower. Didn't think that'd be very comfortable for a person to have your knees all up in your face and then your face staring right at my wallet, we'll say. Anyway, so that position, that was a deciding factor for me going with this, like I say, unknown brand. to me. Anyway, guys, overall, I'm liking it so far. So time will tell how we feel about it in the future. Thanks again for taking the time to watch, stopping by to check this out. Hope this video was helpful to you in some way. If you're thinking about an e-bike or something for you and a passenger ride on, this is one to give a good look at. So anyway, thanks again. If you liked the video, please consider giving a thumbs up and or subscribing to the channel to see more of my content. I do gear reviews, I have other e-bike reviews, watches, and so on and so forth. So anyway, thanks again, and I'll catch you on the next one.